Hey Natalie,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Fine.
Good.
So introduce yourself.
Well, my name's Natalie, and I am from Colorado in the U.S. I'm 22, a recent college graduate. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think about living in US, America?
Oh, what do I think about living in the U.S.? Well, I enjoy my life here. I'm very thankful for my life here. It's a very interesting place. There's a lot of diversity. Where you live, depending on what state you live in, it can be a whole different world living in the U.S.
Do you
But
think
I'm
this
thankful.
kind of diversity and freedom give you more opportunities to work and to prosper and get your dreams done?
Okay, that's a very good question. I think diversity in like a racial sense, in a culture sense, yes. However, diversity in economic sense, it makes it very hard for those who start living in very low-income families. That leads to them going to schools that don't have as great of opportunities, which then leads to them not getting to as good of colleges, or not going to college and not desiring to do schoolwork. And then, so living in diversity in socioeconomic senses, it can decrease opportunities versus increase them, depending on the situation.
So, do you believe in American dream?
So I think it's changed.
Okay.
The American dream, when it first started, was come here, have freedom, and get a big house, and have a white picket fence, and a family, and everything. But our culture these days is much more about doing something you're passionate about and doing something you're happy about, which is good in some ways. But the new American dream definitely is about being happy, is the quote you'll hear most people say.
Okay. Do you think as a college graduate, you have opportunity to... It is really, do you think that America is the land of opportunities?
So as a college graduate right now, I also have this grandiose mind, but right now I feel like I could do anything. I have so much excitement about all the opportunities in the US, because every time I look and talk to a different person, I see a different area I could go into, and that's the kind of diversity that makes the US really exciting, is that there's a lot of different, whether it's research or whether it's film or music or clothing, whatever people are interested in. There's a lot of different areas.
But do you think like because this kind of freedom and diversity make the whole thing is more competitive? It's not easy, it's tougher than ever?
I'm not the one to ask about competition, I'm gonna be honest. I don't notice competition sometimes when there is competition. I tend to be the person who, I'm not a very competitive person. So if I know someone going for the same thing as me, I'm totally the type of person that'll be like, no, you get it, you go for it.
Okay.
And I think that might be atypical. So I do not know honestly how competitive it is, because when I have that mindset, then I don't see the competition. So it's my mindset tells me there's not any, but what I hear from other people is that there is competition.
Like for big cities like New York, like LA, a lot of competition out there. So
Yeah.
how are you gonna handle it?
How am I gonna handle it?
Yeah. Or you just want to...
I'm just gonna be me. I'm just gonna be honest. My mom and I were actually talking about this as I'm interviewing for jobs and stuff right now, about how it could be good for me to take one job, work there for like 5 months, and then if a better job comes by, take that job, because then that'll make me more competitive in the job market, but leave the other job. But honestly, for me, I'd rather stay at one job and give them the time I told them I would give them, and do that without having the competition. So I'm gonna focus more on just taking what I get and giving whoever I'm with the best I can, and being the best I can, and see if that takes me far in this world. But if not, that's okay.
Do you think it's easy to live here?
It so much depends on your situation.
But do you think it's really, with all kind of bills you have to pay, taxes and stuff, do you think it's really manageable and you can do it, or is it tough?
So for me in my current situation, it's been pretty okay. I haven't been living, like New Orleans is where I've essentially budgeted for me to live in the future, and Rent there is like, it's half the price it is here. So in New Orleans, I'm gonna be fine. I have plenty right now and gonna do fine budget-wise and stuff. And I've been fortunate enough to, because I got college paid for, I've been fortunate enough to save a lot of money. So for me, it is, but that's not true for everyone. I'm very lucky
but
to
I
have
think,
that
like,
situation.
even if you are like in other places like New York or LA, you also get paid very well. So you can, I think, manage the whole thing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yep. You're welcome.
Hi Chandler, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alright. So, Chandler, describe me what is the living in US look like?
It is kind of a dog-eat-dog world, but if you find your passion and you just kind of only compete with yourself and not others, you'll be happy. So
It is
kind of
really
what I do.
competitive, hard,
competitive.
tough.
It's very competitive. Well, in LA, I mean, I can't speak for anywhere else, but in LA, it's really tough. It's tough to make friends. It's tough to make money. But like I said, like once you find what you really, really love to do, you know, money stops
So,
mattering.
like the American dream and land of opportunities, it's a real thing. It's not like a media propaganda or something.
Yeah, I would say America's